Hey there, good looking. Join me for this lower body leg workout that is going to get those thighs, hips, and glutes fired up. Listen, we're doing a lot of what's called unilateral training as well, which is a fantastic way to train because unfortunately many of us have a stronger leg. So this will help work out the kinks. Unilateral training also requires a lot more core. So we also are going to get an ab workout without even knowing we're getting an ab workout. Now, the strength portion of the workout is all standing, and then I have a special little finisher at the end for us, which we will be up and down. Now, for that finisher, you're going to hear me say things like the 12 days of Christmas and stuff like that. That's because this workout is actually part of a challenge that we have on my app, Over 50 Fitness. Listen, if you'd like to try the full challenge as well as 60 plus others, I have a link down below for a free 14-day trial. We would love to see you there. For equipment, please grab what you consider are kind of a moderate heavyish dumbbells and one booty band. For reference, I have a pair of 15-pound dumbbells. All right, let's go get started. All right, before we get started, if you haven't met Karen yet, Karen is my best buddy over from the UK, and she is joining us for today's workout. She's also a member of Over 50 Fitness. She has the merch. Show that bottle off. Show that bottle off. All right, I'll pay you later for that. All right, if you want to start your watch, I recommend the strength setting. That's what I'm using for my Apple Watch. Let's start by warming up our core and then in a down position and work our way standing. Dead bug position, please. Knees over hips, ankles with knees, arms extended. Draw the belly button in, keep that neutral spine. Extend one leg, opposite arm. Heel to ground, thumb to ground, other side. Back of the neck is long. As I mentioned, we are using a lot of core because we're doing unilateral training for this. Or maybe I didn't mention. Maybe I should mention. So we're doing unilateral training for this workout. That means that we are working each side independently. Great way to train because unfortunately many of us do have a stronger side, especially a stronger leg. We go up a curb with the same leg every time. If you hike, you might lead with the same leg. So this type of training works out the kinks. Now, in addition, it also trains a lot of core, recruits a lot of your obliques. Let's do two more. Last one. Arms down by side, heels close to hips and hip width apart. Glute bridge, squeeze the glutes, lower down. When we lift up into this bridge, make sure you're not flaring the rib cage. Getting into the low back, glutes, and hamstrings here. If you feel your hamstrings more than your glutes, I want you to place your hands on your glutes and really focus on those glutes firing up. Make sure the heels are close to the bum. That'll help as well. Now on this one, I want you to drive up, hold it. Good. Now straighten your left leg, heel close to the bum, or close to the floor, sorry, and then lift it straight up. We have 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, other leg, and 1. 2, hips stay up the entire time. 3, 4, 5, 6. Lower the hips, come on up. Top shin lines up with top of mat, back leg lines up with side of mat. Hands behind, windshield wiper. Good. So lining up now, back of mat. Let go if you can. Getting deep into that hip joint. Rotating the upper body so we're square to that front leg each time. One more. And back. Come to stand for me. Got to get into those knees now. Easiest way to do it is a squat. Take the stance a little wider, squat rear. Hips sit back like you're going to sit in a chair. Try to seek out that chair with your bum. Now, if you're bare feet, you'll be able to really get a good indication. You want the knees tracking with that second toe. Chest is open, so we're not collapsing forward. I want you to really think about lifting the chest up and the head up. Last 3, 2, 1. Bring the feet in, mirror us, knee bend, hip hinge forward, abduct away, standing fire hydrant. If you need to hold on to something, go for it. I find focusing my stare on a stationary object really helpful. Last 4, 3, but you want to feel those outer hip muscles. 2, 1, other leg, and then we move into this. Here we go. Let's go. Last 2. Last 1. Woo! All right, grab a quick sip at home. We're going to get busy in about 20 seconds. We're going to start with the heavy dumbbells in each hand. Recognizing, of course, at any time you can get rid of the dumbbells or just hold on to one. I'd love everybody to start on the same leg, feet hip width apart. I want you to step back with your right leg. Hinge forward for me. Now come down into a lunge, hinging forward to make it more glute dominant on that front leg. If your knees are feeling sensitive today, no weight, and just work on depth. So we're going to stay with this same left leg working for 3 rounds. I know it's going to be a little burny, but it's going to help us build stronger legs, stronger hips and glutes. Now I want you to slide the back leg in a half a step. We'll go into 45. Still working that right leg, dumbbells in front, moving this into a B stance deadlift, okay? Hip hinge for me. Slide the dumbbells down like you're gonna shave your legs, root to stand. If you want to take this into a total one leg squat or deadlift, you can. My balance is not there today, so I'm gonna stay with the B stance. Feel free to lift up that back leg to make it a one leg. So we are hinging through the hip, slight bend of the knee. This is now a hip dominant move. One more. Bending the knees, put one dumbbell to the ground. Don't change your working leg. Back leg still is in the B stance. Hold the one dumbbell here as a goblet hold. We're going to take it down really deep into a static stance squat. Front knee's going to track past the toe. That's how you know it's a squat and not a lunge. So knee tracks, keep going. I don't have a lot of weight on that back leg. I'm trying to load up only on this front leg. Shoulders back and down, chest lifted. Last one. Keep the dumbbell like this, still working the same leg. We're going to take this leg, step it across the midline of the body, and squat, and come on up. Karen doesn't have a lot of room on her head. So, curtsy lunge, which is glute dominant. For many, I hear that this feels a little better on their knees than a traditional split squat. So this might feel a little better. Always remembering to take it at a depth that feels good for you. So this is near the end of round 1. We have 2 more rounds, same leg, same exercises. One more. All right, same left leg, dumbbell in each hand, top of your mat. Right leg's back, hip width apart. Give me that hip hinge, turn it into a glute dominant split squat. Down, drive. Now I want you to go slow and controlled. If you can pump out a ton of reps in these 30 seconds, I suggest you grab heavier weight. This is a strength workout. So I want you to think about pushing loads that are really fatiguing you by the end. So right here, we're on our last couple of reps. They should be starting to feel super tough. One more. Woo, and slide that back leg in a half a step. Dumbbells in front, B stance, deadlift, or maybe pick up this back leg if you'd like. If you're doing B stance, we want as much weight as we can on that left. Roll those shoulders back and down, abs engaged. So think about an abdominal brace. You want to vacuum the abs in to protect the low spine using your transverse abdominis or TVA. So a great way to really figure out what muscle that is pretend somebody's coming in to sucker punch you and you're bracing for that impact. That's the bracing that I want you to do when you're lifting. Last one. Bending the legs. Get one dumbbell down. Still working that left. Keep that back leg staggered. Now we're going to hold on to it goblet style. We will allow this front knee to travel past the toe and think about sinking straight down. Let's go. Chest lifted. This is a great one because this one we do tend to have stronger quads, stronger hip flexor, and this will work out the kinks. One more. You may have already found that when doing it. One side's a lot easier. Feet hip width. We are still going to keep that left leg planted. Step back with the right. 3, 2, 1. Let's go. Same leg again. Oh, look at us go way before the timer. Now, I don't know about you at home, but I'm feeling my glute for sure. Karen? Yep. Yep, Karen too. Keep that dumbbell close to the body. So, we're on our last few reps here. It should be a struggle. Woo, one more. All right, pick the other dumbbell out. Our final round, or up, pardon me. Feet hip width, top of mat, shoulders back and down. Left leg planted, right leg back. Hinge forward and lunge. Straighten the back leg, or pardon me, the front leg each rep. I think I said at the beginning that this is a strength workout. If you're breathing hard, it's because we're working those big muscles of the lower body and they require a lot more work, a lot more blood, so that heart's got to work. One more. So yeah, it may feel like cardio. All right, so keep that back leg, but now bring it in half a step. Pull the shoulders back and down. Woo! Brace those abs, get the TVA activated. 3, 2, 1, hip hinge, or feel free to go right into a one-leg deadlift. So we're sitting our hips back a bit as we hinge forward, and those dumbbells are staying close to the body. Last one. Beautiful. Let's get rid of one weight. Keep that one leg as your working leg. Kick this one back. One dumbbell held goblet style. Chest is lifted. Bending that front knee. Coming all the way down. I definitely think we deserve a water break after this. Yeah, this is hard and we're getting warm. One more at home. Woo, baby. All right, feet hip width. It's still working the left. So it's that right one that's traveling back for our curtsy. Big smiles on. We get water after this. Let's go down. Feet back to hip width. Again, take it a depth that feels good for you. I tried to make this a little bit more glute dominant. So a lot of us do tend to have sensitive knees, and the glutes help with taking some of that load off of the knees. Last one. Woo! And dumbbell down. All right, we only have a 30-second break. Shake out that leg. Maybe grab a sip of water. We now have to do the exact same thing with the other side. And yes, this is how we build muscle, multiple sets. So we want, right leg forward, left leg back, hip hinge, lower. When you do the hip hinge over your thigh, make sure you're not rounding the upper back. So I don't want you to look like a turtle when you come down, okay? Turtles are cute, but they're not in a split squat cute. So it's a slight lean. My knee's gonna go past my toes a little bit, not too much, and they're tracking with my second toe. All right, bring this leg in a half a step. Dumbbells in front, pull the shoulders back and down. Let's be really mindful of that mid back while we do this. Activate the TVA, give me a cough, and hold that, and down we go. We're trying to put as much weight as we can on this front leg. Back ones, kickstand or B stance, just for some balance, some support, some stability. Shoulder blades are pulled back and down. So we've got a lot of mid-trap rhomboid working to maintain this neutral posture as we lower. Just a light grip on the dumbbells. Give the forearm extensors and flexors a bit of a break. Last one. All right, one dumbbell down. Keep the same leg back. We'll face you full on. Dumbbell in that goblet. Whew, now we got the other leg. So now we'll find out, is one side easier than the other on this guy? Take it down. How you doing at home? Did you find one side different? For me, this is my strong side. Or what I call my smart side. Now, if all the way down doesn't work for you, maybe it's a partial. I get it. It's a lot of knee flexion. So again, I want you to work with what feels best for you. Last one. Curtsy, and then keeping the same leg. But I don't want you to stop lunging. I don't want you to stop squatting. Because if you don't keep feeding the knees and lubricating them, you're going to lose even more range. You don't want them to turn to rust. Motion is lotion. So this is our last one of the circuit. We go back to that lunge, forward lean lunge. One more. All right, if you're able to, both dumbbells, or maybe you've opted just get rid of all of them. Top of mat. Plant that right. Left foot, hip width apart. Step it back, lean forward, lunge. By having your feet, and almost like a railroad track idea, it's going to help you with your balance and your stability. One more. Whoa, Nelly. All right. Staggered stance, shoulders back and down. Give me that cough. And then you're going to maintain that muscle contraction in the abs for that TVA activation. 3, 2, 1, hip hinge, deadlift. So we're getting anywhere from 6 to 9 reps in. So this is a pure strength workout here. Last one. All right, one dumbbell only. Stagger that stance. I like my staggered stance back a bit more than my B stance for this. We want a goblet style the dumbbell. Chest is lifted. Sinking as deep as we want. Again, maybe it's here. And then you come back up. Karen said, tell them about our silent spa. Karen and her husband, Mark, 3 of us went to a silent spa. If you're familiar with Whistler, we went to the Scandinave spa. All right, keep the dumbbell here, curtsy lunge. And they have hot and cold plunges, steam rooms, saunas, and then you can have a massage too. So you show up early to do all this fun stuff. Step back, but you're not allowed to talk, which was really hard for all of us. We developed hand signals before we went in, so we knew what we wanted from each other. But yeah, so we did a hot pool and then a cold plunge. And then we went and I led a silent yoga class. They have a stretch room. And then we did it all over again. And then went to a relaxation room where they play some lovely Zen music. And then we had a vegetarian lunch and then a massage. It was awesome. All right, round 3. Here we go. Dumbbell in each hand. Whew. Left foot back. Nope. Right foot back. Is that right? Yeah. Okay. Hinge forward. See, you get me thinking about the spa and I just lost it. It was really nice. It's a fantastic experience. If you've never been, Scandinave Spa, Whistler. Just type spa, Whistler, it'll come up. It'll be the first hit. One more. All right, back leg. It's all outdoors, so you're surrounded by mountains, pine trees, birds. It's lovely. It is, yeah, we loved it, didn't we? Yeah, even with the no talking. Here we go. Press the hips back. So there's actually people that walk around. Keep going, you at home. And if somebody starts talking, they get shh. So there's a shh police there. Karen and Mark got shushed, didn't you? They got in trouble. They were naughty. If you're asking where my husband went, that is not his idea of a good time, going to a spa. I wish it was time. So he stayed at the Airbnb. All right, 1 dumbbell only, please. We're going to keep that same working leg. Again, I like mine step back a bit more for this particular movement than the B stance. Chest lifted. 3, 2, 1. Come all the way down. But we needed the spa. The previous day we did one of my favorite hikes that I've ever done in my entire life. It's called High Note Trail in Whistler, and it goes around the perimeter of Whistler Peak. Recommend that too. One more. Woo. All right, keep the dumbbell here. Let's bring the feet hip width. Curtsy lunge. Final time. Then we grab water and we'll move into a little hip finisher. And then we'll move into another finisher. And go. So we'll move into a hip finisher and then we move on to dessert. Now I'm talking our language, aren't I? We did a lot of cool things. We also did the zip line in Whistler. Big shout out to Zip Trek. Highly recommend them. Last 2. One more. Woo! Oh, I told you that one was going to be a Bernie one. Well done, you. All right. I want you to grab some water. We need our booty bands for the next series. All right, you have about 30 seconds. If you have shoes on like Karen, it might be easiest to sit down or sit on a chair to get your booty band on. We want it around the ankle. So we have some power moves so that we work on our fast twitch muscle fibers, which tend to atrophy or weaken as we age, in addition to some jumping. Karen's going to do the low impact version. So let's start it around our ankles. We have 3 exercises, 30 seconds of work. Come to one side of the mat. All right. Now I want you to give me 2 big side steps. 1, 2, heel lift or drive. 1, 2. Now when we do the 1, 2, what we don't want to do is allow that trailing leg, that knee, to cave in. So I want you to be strong. Toes, knees, hips, shoulders to me. With the jump, what do we want to do with the arms? We want to use the arms. The arms help us. With the side steps, we're in a bit of a quarter squat, and we should be feeling the hips, yeah? Good. All right, now that band is on top of the foot, okay? Karen's doing the low impact, so she's going to do a pause and hold that knee up. But basically, you're going 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Karen's going to go slower, so it's not impact. So now we have hip flexor, balance. So Karen, hold it longer on there. So don't try to match me. So that's going to be low impact Karen, high impact me. All right, back around the ankle. We want the feet wide enough so that we feel some resistance. From here, we're just shuffling the legs back into a scissor. So if that doesn't work for you, you can tap back and keep it completely low impact. This is the last one, then we're just gonna do everything one more time. So we want to feel tension in the band. Woo! And scissor it up, baby. Last 5 seconds. Time. All right, keep the band there. Come a little bit to one side of your mat. Sink into a bit of a quarter squat. Bum's gonna go rear. Give me 2 steps this way. Go 1. 1. Heel lift or power. Go back home. Heel lift or power. So once again, the power just is incorporating fast twitch muscle fibers. It's incorporating impact for our bones, joints, and muscles. So if you're not used to jumping, maybe just try 1 or 2, get your body used to it. Or just say, screw it, PJ. I don't want to jump. I don't care what you say. Woo! All right, top of foot. So Karen's gonna go 1, 2, 3. She's gonna hold that pause a little longer, testing her balance and core. We wanna feel the tension in the band before we even begin, and then it's... So for Karen, that band's really pulling her, if you're following her, making you work harder in all of your stabilizers, all the way up the kinetic chain into the core. Keep the feet at least hip width apart. You don't want them close together. You're gonna have slack in the band, right? You wanna keep tension in that band. Woo! Fast scissors around the ankle. So we want tension in the band. I already feel my hips fired up. That's how far apart my feet are. Whew. We can go low impact, or we can go high. Burn in, Karen says. Don't turn it into a little dance. It's forward and back, forward and back. I know, some of you want to turn it into a dance. I know. This is athletic, not dance. 5 seconds. 3, 2, 1. Woo! Band off. Good job. Come and give me a high five, you. I'll let you take your band off first. You good? All right, high five. Nicely done. All right, we're not done yet, because if you're part of Over 50 Fitness, on the 4th day of Christmas, my true love / personal trainer gave to me 4 lunges. Mwah, Merry Christmas. Let's go. Feet hip width. Here's your finisher. If you don't know what I'm talking about, just give me 4 lunges. 3, 2, 1, go for 4. I know, super cruel after what we did. 2 more. On the 3rd day of Christmas, what did my true love / personal trainer give to me? She gave you 3 push-ups. Take her down. Fingers wide on the knees or toes. Elbows track to the back of the mat. Core is tight. Let's go. 1, breathe out, press. 2, keep that strong core. 3, come to the back of your mat, please. On the 2nd day of Christmas, my true love / personal trainer gave to me 2 walkouts, because she cares about you and wants you to be able to get your ass off the ground. So here we go. Ready? Go. 1, stay in high plank. Yeah, I don't do this stuff because I'm mean. I do this stuff because I want you guys to rock it out there in daily living. All right, those of you part of Over 50 Fitness, you know exactly what your true love / personal trainer gave to you on the first day of Christmas. A 1-minute wall sit. Or, don't have a wall, hold it here. Everybody, wall, feet away. 3, 2, 1, slide down. We are here. Okay, we want the ankles lined up with the knees. Take a peek. Good, now I want the shoulders pulled back, slide the chin in, back ahead against the wall. Hands are light on the thighs parallel to the ground or higher if you're finding that's way too burny. And then we breathe. Yep, we talk about the silent spa. There's not much to talk about. We were silent. Thankfully, we could talk in the cafe. So we talked in the cafe. Yeah, so that wasted 45 seconds. Well done. Whew. Cold plunge was awesome. I could only do 60 seconds. So they recommend 20 to 30. We are overachievers and did 60 seconds. I got to admit though, during the hot portions, I was watching that timer. So that was 15 minutes. 3, 2, 1, press back. Oh. Yeah, so this has been an intense challenge, hasn't it, for those of you with me on Over 50 Fitness? How about we stretch? Yeah. Let's get into the hip flexors. Left knee on the mat, lunge forward. I want you to squeeze that back glute, inhale the arm up, give me a slight lean, separating rib to hip. Oh, yeah. Now let's circle that arm back for the PJ special. Take it slow. And go, ah. Both hands in front. Can we press that knee further behind us? Foot flat behind us. Just drop that hip. Now for some of you that are quite bendy, I invite you to go onto your outer heel here and then drop down onto your forearms. Is that you, Karen? No, me neither. Sometimes it is. Today is not one of those times. I'm proud of you at home. 3 sets of a unilateral training drill is not easy, but it's the hard, and this is so trainer cliche, but it's the hard that's going to make us stronger. So we just need to find where that yellow zone is for us, where it's challenging, but we're not in the red zone and it's hurting. Push back, other leg. Tighten your back glute. Inhale the arm, reach up, slight lean. So for those of you you stay where you are, Karen. For those of you that are new to fitness, it's going to take you a while to find that yellow zone. It may all feel red to you, but that's the beauty of working out. You get to know yourself better and your capabilities. And I can guarantee you, you are capable of a lot more than you think you are. I've been doing this a long time. All right, circle that arm back. Give me that PJ special. Here we go. Let's take it deeper. Can we take that back knee a little further behind us? Again, I invite you if you want to come onto the outside edge of that front foot and then land onto the forearms. Ooh, I'm almost there. Not quite. And press back. I want you to pick a side to lie on. Ear on the bottom bicep, top heel to the bum, pull the knee back. Squeeze the hips forward, get into the quads. I like to roll a little bit back on this one so I'm not right on my hip bone. I feel it's a little more comfortable. Play around with it on your end. Let's reverse. Now you at home, you can just roll right over. Karen and I don't want to put our backs to you, so we're just going to flip around. Head rests on that bicep. Heel in. Top leg or bottom leg, you can do whatever you like. Top leg though, you want to pull that knee back. And onto your backs, let's hit those glutes. They need some love. Knees bent. Left ankle crosses over. Drive the right knee in. Hands come behind the thighs if that's available to you. And then line that right leg up with the outside of the shoulder. So if grabbing onto the thigh isn't available, that's where a stretch tie, an old neck tie comes in handy. You would wrap that around the leg. And then I invite you, if you'd like, just close your eyes. You just worked really hard. So allow yourself these last few moments, this to be and not have to worry about doing anything except feeling good in the stretch. Cross the left leg right over like you're wearing a skirt. And then if you can, pull in, grabbing onto the front of that bottom shin. Feet to ground. Take the other leg, ankle over the thigh, figure four stretch, pull in. Now this time we're lining that knee up with the outside of the left shoulder. Maybe you want to encourage a deeper stretch, pull the knee in a bit more. Cross that right leg over completely like you're wearing a skirt and pull the knees in. Release, knees to one side. Let's use the arms to press ourselves up. Final stretch, straighten those legs. Inhale the arms up. Exhale, fold forward. Now, if you have a yoga block, do you have your yoga block? No? If you have a yoga block, you can place or a pillow under your hips. It is a lot more comfy. From here, I want you, if you do not have osteoporosis, hinge and let yourself kind of drape over your legs. If you have osteo, I'd prefer you to keep a neutral spine, so then bring your hands behind you and press the chest forward. And release. Hey, we did it. Thank you so much for joining us. Please drop a comment down below. We would love to hear from you. Have a fabulous rest of your day, and we will see you at the next workout. Bye.